What's something people don't know about head massages? The head. A gentle head massage? It's like instant relaxation. You know that feeling when someone gently runs their fingers through your hair? Or when they give you those little scalp scratches? It's like all your worries just melt away. And think about it, the head is such a vulnerable part of our body. So when someone touches it with care and affection, it builds a sense of trust and intimacy. It's like saying, "Hey, I care about you," without actually saying a word. And who doesn't love a little unspoken communication, am I right? But remember, just like with everything else, communication is key. Some people might be super into head scratches, while others might find it a little too intense. So always check in with your partner and see what feels good for them. Because let's be real, a head massage should be a relaxing experience, not a torture session. Next up, we're moving on down to the face. Now this is a super sensitive area, both physically and emotionally. Think about it. Our faces are how we express ourselves to the world. They're full of nerve endings, making them crazy receptive to touch. A gentle caress on the cheek, a soft kiss on the forehead, or even just a light touch on the chin can send shivers down your spine. It's all about those tender, loving gestures that make you feel seen and adored. But, and this is a big but always ask for consent before touching someone's face, especially if it's not someone you know really well. Alright, let's talk about the neck for a sec. This area is like the unsung hero of touch. It's often overlooked, but trust me, it deserves some serious attention. The neck is incredibly sensitive. Think about it. It connects our head to our body. It's a major passageway for nerves and blood vessels, and let's be real, it's kind of exposed and vulnerable. A gentle kiss on the neck, a light tracing of fingers, or even a playful nibble, if you're feeling adventurous and have consent, can be incredibly exciting. But remember, the neck is a delicate area, so always approach it with caution and respect. Next up, we're moving on to the shoulders, the ultimate stress carriers. Seriously, have you ever met someone who wasn't carrying at least a little bit of tension in their shoulders? I think not. That's why a good shoulder rub can be absolute magic. It's like instant stress relief in human form. Even just a quick squeeze or a gentle kneading can work wonders. And let's be real, a shoulder massage isn't just about physical relaxation, it's about emotional support too. It's a way of saying, hey, I see you're carrying a lot right now and I'm here for you. And who couldn't use a little more of that in their lives? Okay, let's talk about the back. The back is a vast landscape of sensory potential. It's one of the largest areas on our body, and it's often neglected when it comes to touch. A gentle back scratch, a soothing massage, or even just a light tracing of fingers can send shivers down your spine. It's an incredibly intimate area, and it's a powerful way to connect with your partner. But remember, communication is key. Some people might love a deep tissue massage, while others might prefer a gentler touch. We often think of the arms as tools for hugging, for carrying, for doing all sorts of things. But they're also incredibly sensitive to touch, and they crave affection just like any other part of our body. Think about it. A gentle caress up and down the arm, a light tracing of fingers, or even just a playful squeeze can send shivers down your spine. It's a way of showing affection that's both subtle and incredibly powerful. And let's be real, who doesn't love a good arm rub after a long day? Chapter 7. Hands, the tiny dancers of intimacy. Okay, let's talk about hands. Those magical little things that can communicate so much without saying a word. Holding hands, intertwining fingers, a gentle thumb rub. These are all incredibly intimate gestures that can make you feel super connected to your partner. Think about it. When you hold someone's hand, you're literally sharing their warmth, their energy, their very essence. And let's not forget about the power of a good hand massage. Chapter 8. Waist, the curve of connection. Moving on down to the waist, the place where curves meet and sparks fly. Now the waist is a sensual area, there's no doubt about it. A gentle touch on the waist can be incredibly exciting, especially when it's combined with other forms of touch. Think about it. A hand resting on the small of your back as you're dancing, a light graze as you're walking side by side, or even just a playful squeeze when you're laughing together. But remember, always be mindful of personal space and boundaries. Chapter 9. Hips, the rhythm of intimacy. Okay, let's talk about hips for a sec. The hips are the center of our physicality. They're where we move and groove and express ourselves through dance. And when it comes to touch, they're a major erogenous zone. A gentle touch on the hips can be incredibly exciting, especially when it's combined with other forms of touch. Think about it. A hand resting on your hip as you're dancing, a light graze as you're walking side by side, or even just a playful squeeze when you're laughing together. But remember, always be mindful of personal space and boundaries. What feels good for one person might not feel good for another, so always check in with your partner and see what they're comfortable with. All right, let's talk about thighs. The thighs are like the gateway to the sensual zone, and a gentle touch here can be incredibly exciting. Think about it. A light caress up and down the thigh, a playful squeeze, or even just a hand resting on your thigh while you're cuddling on the couch. These are all incredibly intimate gestures that can make you feel super connected to your partner. But remember, the thighs are a sensitive area, so always approach them with caution and respect. Okay, let's talk about legs. Now, legs are often overlooked when it comes to touch, but they're actually incredibly sensitive and crave affection just like any other part of our body. Think about it. A gentle foot massage after a long day, a light tracing of fingers up and down the calf, or even just a playful squeeze can make you feel super relaxed and connected to your partner. And let's be real, who doesn't love a good leg rub after a workout? Last but not least, let's talk about feet. Now, I know what you're thinking, feet. Really? But hear me out. The feet are often neglected, but they're actually incredibly sensitive and responsive to touch. Plus, they work super hard all day long, so they deserve a little TLC. A foot massage can be incredibly relaxing and therapeutic, especially after a long day of standing or walking. But remember, communication is key. Some people are super ticklish on their feet, so always start slow and gentle and ask your partner what feels good. So there you have it. 12 places women love to be touched. Remember, touch is a powerful tool for connection and intimacy, but it's so important to use it respectfully and consensually. Always check in with your partner, ask for what you want, and be open to feedback. The more you communicate, the better you'll understand each other's needs and desires. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more awesome content, and let me know in the comments below what you'd like to see next.